All right, so you offer to her, you cut it up, you give her a slice, and she's, oh, thank you, and she takes a bite, and the berries are really good.
Thank you. I picked them myself while I was being chased by bears.
And overall, the pie is decent. The filling is most definitely above par, but the crust needed to bake a little longer, and it came out a little, I guess, wet. It just didn't have the texture it needed to crisp up fully.
I appreciate the honest feedback. It's
So
very helpful.
so there you go. You made like a 3.5 out of 5-star pie.
Hey, I'm happy with that. I'll take the rest up to my room.
Okay. So you retreat to your
We gotta
room
make it safe. Give it to the halfling.
with 7/8 of a pie.
That's right.
Anything you'd like to do, Josh? Co?
No, I think I'm probably gonna head out to bed.
Cypher? Co?
Hit the sack.
I keep just calling you Josh. I'm sorry. This is your name.
I'll have to make him a character.
Josh is here.
That's right. I'm a character.
Oh, what class would you be?
I mean,
There's a bunch of different ways to answer that.
I was thinking a wizard.
Wizard?
Yep.
I guess I was gonna say ranger.
Yeah, that's fair. Gunslinger.
That's
Yeah.
where I was going.
Yeah, we'll have to go Pathfinder 1 for that, but
Yeah.
yep. We'll make it work. All right, so you guys go to bed, and Anasha, you were the first to wake,
As always.
as always.
Yeah. I'm just going to do my stretching. And if I can, go talk to Co before everyone gets up. I don't know what time everyone's planning to rise, but
Okay.
I'm usually done 5:30.
Alright.
Yes.
Yeah, and did you eat that pie or?
No, I'm saving it for the road.
Okay.
Just to,
I was just wondering because
No,
you're gonna have pie hangover.
Yeah. We'll say I ate another slice of my own pie, but I kept the rest of it for the road because you never know what dessert there's going to be on the road.
Very little usually.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to wake up, and I was gonna say you can knock on his door if you like.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and then I'll have Gazmak and Cypher make perception rolls.
I'm assuming I used all the blackberries that I had.
Yeah.
Okay. 12.
Am I trying to sense unseen creatures? Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
All right. It
Which
makes
is
a difference.
Which is not good for you because that means it increases your perception, which means you're not going to sleep much longer.
27.
Yeah, you wake up to the knock as well.
Oh, no.
You're still good and sleepy there, guys.
Oh yeah.
You didn't eat any of the pie? Or did you only
I
eat
had
a
a
slice?
slice. Yeah,
Oh, good.
one slice.
I was going to be so sad that you
No,
made
yeah,
pie and didn't
yeah.
eat it fresh.
I had to try it.
Okay, that was totally an aside, but I was just like, no.
You can't,
Tragedy.
you can't have your pie and
And
eat it too.
I'm just going to try to wake you up just a little early.
Who's there?
It's Nosha. Can I speak with you?
Oh, sure thing, Anosha.
Okay, I'm just gonna open the door. I'll leave it open behind me.
Okay.
How you feeling about all this? It's being here in Entwood with the Guardians and such. I know you.
Well, it's been interesting, as you know. We've had quite a few interesting fights and battles.
That's true.
But I think the Guardians are very, very fine champions indeed, and they've taught us a lot. I mean, I know me personally taught me on how to hit my friends, you know. So
we've got to work on that.
Yes, we do. But yeah, I feel like we're in a good place to sort of great foundations being laid. I feel like, yeah. Well, what do you think about all of this and what was said last night? And
well, I don't know. I mean, I know Claude, and I'd like to believe everything he said.
I didn't
See
really
what
understand
happens.
a lot of what he was saying.
Yeah,
But it was...
I heard a little bit from Armand, but not a whole lot. It's kind of weird. Do you think you'll stay here after, like, the bandits and that and such? I know you were following Yomade. You mentioned you were coming here, but
Correct, yes. I'm not exactly sure where this path leads right now. I'm sort of just going, I was led here and sort of seeing where this path has me. So I'm going to be following the Guardians' directions, as I think we all are right now, and learning from them. And Going from there, maybe a sign will be given, and as far as where I'm to go next. But
Well, don't sneak off. Make sure you hit one of us on the shoulder or something. Let us know you're leaving.
don't worry, I don't think I can help that part.
Somebody in the shoulder.
Alright, I think I'm done. I'll just
Alright.
wish you good morning. See you down there for breakfast.
See you down there.
What will you be doing?
What was that?
What will you be doing now?
Doing now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish my praying because that's what I was doing when I knocked on the door.
Awesome. If I could have all of you leave except for Cole.
Alright.
So, la, la, la.
Like,
Yeah, step out the room, please.
We're just gonna stretch our legs.
You can cool down in the room next door.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really scared now.
I know. Bye, guys.
And lightning from heaven strikes down.
All right, so we have sent them all out. We are doing a one-on-one with Ko now. So during your prayer, Ko, you receive a vision, and in that vision, let me pull up your backstory here, so I have it. Peace through vigilance stands before you in his child form.
Okay.
Hey, Ko, how's it been?
Oh, hello, Peace to Vigilance. It's been quite an adventure so far.
I can't wait to hear all about it. Mom's been keeping me up to date, but I can't wait to talk to you about it. But before we really get into that, I think it's very important that you know that there's a temple north of here that you should explore soon. I have a feeling there's an artifact that will help you.
Well, that is very, very helpful to know. Thank you very much, Peace to Vigilance, for your guidance.
You've heard of the sins? Yes?
I think we met one of them. Yeah, don't know too much about them, but I think we fought one, and they're some very, very awful people.
Ira, the sin of wrath is coming. He's entered your world.
That's the one that that goblin creature said before I killed him. Is that correct?
Yes.
I imagine he is not a very pleasant fellow.
If you hope to fight him, find this artifact.
All right.
It's in a forest temple.
Forest Temple. Do you know the name of it?
It is unnamed.
Unnamed. Okay. And you said it is north?
Yes.
Okay.
Fare thee well. You're making us proud.
Thank you very much. Peace to Vigilance. Hope to see you again soon.
Can't wait to fight with you again.
You were quite...
And then he kind of starts skipping off, and with that,
Okay.
the vision starts to fade.
Okay.
All right, you guys can come back.
Yes, I can to go use the restroom real quick.
Well, you know, I figured if she has the chance.
Yeah.
So he's really one of the few people that I get to do that with until you guys start splitting up the party, because he's the only one that has a god that he's
Joining
devoted
the party
to.
is always
It's
bad.
I can't wait till it happens though.
No, it's not. It won't be me.
Yeah, we all said that once.
Oh no.
Right, but it won't be me this time.
But what if there's a great-looking other rogue that wants you
That's
to
the
go
strongest.
slip
No.
through some defenses and
No,
And a
I am
forge.
not, I am not open. I am not open to extra party suggestions. New,
but we can be friends and you can learn from him and
Yeah.
everything.
New NPC shows up and says, "Hey, here's a great place to go to do a thing." And they stab you in the face with a snake lady.
Oh my gosh. Did you
Yeah,
know?
Josh almost died several
A
times
lot,
because
a
of
lot.
similar circumstances.
Cool.
But that was
That's
his first rogue.
encouraging.
So, welcome back. Now the two of you are starting to wake, or you've already woken up, and you're starting to turn over a little bit. You smell your own pie. You're like, ooh, pie.
It's on the pillow. I go down and get breakfast.
All right.
I'm there too, so.
And for breakfast, there's some sausages, some eggs, a couple some biscuits, and some fresh fruit that you're able to grab. And it's more like you can eat it. They also have almost like a small bag or box
Bento boxes.
Yes.
Bento.
That you're able to put some stuff away to carry with you in the morning.
Oh, lovely.
So you guys are gathering breakfast, eating. Guys, Mac, you're going to join them eventually?
Yeah, I'll go down there. I'll pocket as much of the fruit as I can for my next pie. What fruit is it?
Okay, so you get an assortment of strawberries, blueberries, and some raspberries.
I could make a nice berry pie.
Very squishable.
Mixed berry pie.
We all need like
Berries.
boxes or something to keep
They
it.
go into one of the cold mugs as well.
Okay.
Those mugs have come in very
I know.
handy.
So
I'm glad you remember
for those mugs, you probably can fit a decent amount of the blueberry and raspberries in one, and then you're probably looking at about 7 or 8 strawberries in the other one. If you take time to cut them up, I'll let you get up to like 14 or so.
Yeah, I'll do that while I'm eating breakfast.
Okay. So yeah, cutting them into smaller pieces, it does allow more strawberry to fit in your cup.
Fair enough.
Do you not like eating strawberry whole, Gazmac?
Strawberries are the way I find, but these are for later.
Oh, okay.
These are for later.
Oh, we're gonna have a goblin chef.
As you guys had come downstairs, Claude was on his way out, so he's gotten up early, probably going to get his cart and everything.
And I didn't have to wake him up this time.
You did not.
Oh yeah, that's
You guys didn't have to wake anyone up this time.
Sanja was that was
Oh my goodness.
I'll pocket a couple biscuits for the road and then go pack up my bag and everything and start getting ready.
All right. So as you guys pack up your bags and everything, you will now make your way up to the dim flame, and there, all of the guardians have already gathered. There are 2 carts and then 2 extra horses. One horse appears to belong to Gillen, and then the other one Aaron is sitting on, but it's more like a half horse type thing, like a pony. Yeah. So
It's like which half?
Just the front, if you balance right here, you
That's right.
like a unicycle version. I'm kidding. Don't ever try that, please. Don't sell a half horse.
The bipedal version of a horse.
It's like a reverse centaur.
Whoa.
So I can sell 2 horses, which means I get double the commission.
You're probably going to need to dabble in some necromancy.
oh, no.
That's right.
We'll consider
Reduce,
that an investment.
reuse,
So, once again, you have 2 carts, and you are able to choose which one you'd like to sit in. Claude will be driving in the one cart, and the other one, Sanja, will be driving. So, Brock goes ahead and settles up next to Sanja.
I will ride with that. I'll ride now.
I'll go with Anasha.
Yeah, Claude, all the way.
No.
All right, so the 2 of you are in with Claude, and with Claude, Donovan joins. So I should probably
Does he
write
bring
down.
his cat and
His
Liam?
cat is with him. Liam is staying behind. So are all the other
Makes
kids.
Good. Don't want that creeper with us.
Yeah, that jerk. It's done absolutely nothing wrong.
I was like, he's 10. How bad could it be?
I'll go with Sanja.
Alright, so Donovan, Claude, then we have Sanja, and who else did I say? Brock. Alright, then Cypher, and wow, this is the small people cart.
It just worked out like that.
Sanja's normal size.
Yeah, she's
Just
half
means,
up,
it just means our horses can go longer.
yeah.
True.
Gazmac,
We're not small. We're efficient.
Ko, and Anasha.
Travel size.
Travel size.
As long, yeah, fun size,
Fun-sized.
not
Yeah,
bite
yeah,
size.
Yeah.
And then Cammy will go ahead and join
There's, yeah.
Claude's card.
Wow.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about it. but-
Gazmack's in the other one, and he keeps calling her the wrong name.
That irks her more.
Oh wait, no.
No,
Because
I
there.
was gonna
No,
say,
you're right.
I
He's good.
imagine she just stands there like looking back and forth between. The
I know. I was gonna say like,
Ever so
I would be like,
apprehensive,
friendly and like.
Yeah,
not,
she
you know,
goes. She
yeah,
goes to
so-
Sanja's cart.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
You're right.
And I didn't want to go to Sanja's cart because I woke her up the day before, so I was like, I'll keep my distance.
All right. So
Is it just... Oh, it's done.
that should be everyone, I believe. And Shadow is left behind with Faye.
Aaron?
Makes sense. And Shadow the dog.
Shadow the dog.
No, Aaron. Where's is he going?
He's on the
Aaron's
half-horse.
on his half horse.
Oh, right.
On the pony, and Gillen is also on a horse.
Sweet.
So
I didn't work this time. What races?
half horse thing like a pony. Chat's enjoying it.
That's who?
What race is Gillen again?
He's a full elf, yeah.
He is a
Gillen
full
is a full elf.
Full elf.
Yes.
Okay.
He's also rat.
We know it, Rat Boy.
Rat-
Yeah.
No.
Rat Man.
Not sponsored yet. So you guys are going to. Aaron saddles up. All right, so it's going to be a few days ride. Gillen does know the way, so he will take lead. I'll be traveling back and forth between the carts, and should just be a few days, and we'll get to where the cart was, and then hopefully another day to the encampment. So I guess let's go.
Cool.
And
That's right.
Claude starts the horse is up and away you guys travel. Is there anything you'd like to do for the first day?
I would. I think at this point, I would like to ask Donovan. Donovan's in my car, right?
Yep.
I would like to ask him if he's. Well, I'll just ask him in character. Donovan, how are you doing today? I was wondering. Since I'm not somewhat of a book, well-read lizard myself, if you have heard of any forest temples north of Enswood. You ever heard of anything in that area?
Not to my knowledge, no.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I wanted to make a Zelda reference, but I didn't get to
Oh.
it. Hey! Listen!
I was hoping for it's dangerous out there.
Alright, so...
That's all I wanted to ask. I just
That's
wanted
it?
to see.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if he knew anything.
I'm curious how Claude learned to be a druid. We might have talked about that before, but
Okay.
I would probably ask him, like, why is he driving carts when he could be doing other things as a druid?
So, we're going to get some Claude backstory.
Yes.
So you saddle up next to Claude and you guys talk for a few minutes. Or for, I guess, almost as long as you want. Yeah. And Claude talks about how he spent a little bit of time in the desert with the in the Prophet's Garden. That's where he first kind of learned about being a druid, and he had joined a nomadic druid tribe, and they had traveled around for a bit, and he really enjoyed the traveling, but he really realized that just because you like nature and you like being out in it doesn't pay very well at all. So instead of starting his own grove or trying to join another grove, he decided to get into the caravan business. And with that, he could spend time traveling. What you don't know, or didn't know, and now you do, is that most times whenever you stopped at different places, he would actually travel out into the woods for a little bit and heal some of the damaged area. So whether it just be something that's a little off or whatever, he would take care of that. He might bury some animals if he found dead animals or anything, and he's basically starting to heal some of the different areas that he travels to.
Like the Radicast.
Yep.
Traveling Radicast.
So, and as he does that, he also is eyes and ears for some of the druids at the Prophet's Garden. So if ever he were to be called back, he'd go back or return for whatever is needed.
Makes sense. Are
So-
they all still there at the Prophet's Garden?
For the most part, a lot of the druids have traveled throughout, especially those with the animal forms, because they're able to fly and travel a lot further than I do by cart. But the prophet has said that the time of the divide is upon us, or from the divide is upon us, where the coming together is happening, and they've traveled far to spread the word of the purple gateways.
What is that?
So, and you
That's what he mentioned.
that's what
before.
he mentioned
Oh, my
before.
bad.
Yep.
So the Prophet's still alive, isn't he? Like
So
centuries old.
the prophet, there's every time a prophet dies, a new one is born, and for some reason this only happens at the prophet's garden. So the lineage carries on, and yeah,
Interesting.
I'm not even sure how many prophets we've had now.
Yeah.
So, but the prophet is always born blind.
I'm not even asking anything. I'll just fall into silence, just kind of thinking about it.
And he talks to you a little bit about his time in the desert, and how that's how he first learned to create water, because he got lost in the desert once, and focusing on his druidic magic, he was able to create water, and that's what helped him survive. That he'd traveled to Desert's End, and then he also saw the ice area, the frozen sands. So it's very interesting that it was hot and arid, but now it's just this frozen field of sand. And he talks to you a little bit about that and how beautiful it was, and then how he came across similar things in the sand at times, but it turned out to be glass where lightning had struck and superheated sand and created these small pockets of glass. So, and he describes that to you and talks to you a little bit about where he's traveled a little bit. For the most part, most of his journey is back and forth between Goblin City and Wildwind. So the human settlement in Goblin City. So he knows those roadways very well.
Yeah.
Chat, they are born blind because Pathfinder 1 oracles have to have basically an affliction. So the affliction basically for this oracle is they are born blind so that they can see something more than the physical realm. So, and that's kind of why this one was born blind.
It's basically Daredevil.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many days are we talking that this whole thing's going to go?
We are looking at 2 to the cart, and then probably another 1 to camp, or the encampment.
I am going to work on crafting a snare.
Okay.
That's what I'll do basically the whole trip.
All right. Go ahead and roll your first crafting check.
That's going to be 25.
25. All right. So go ahead and knock 5 silver off the cost of it,
Nice, I'll do that.
because you rolled 10 higher than the
DC.
result. Yep. I'm assuming you're making the level 1 or your alarm snare,
No, the spike snare.
spike snare. What level is that?
2.
2. Okay. You're still good then, because you're level 2 now. Yay! Yeah, so you and Claude have a decently long conversation. You find out that Claude doesn't have any relationships or anything like that, as far as, family or anything like that. His parents and stuff are still alive, but he doesn't have anyone that he calls his own.
Where does his parents live? Out of curiosity.
His parents live in Kata. And you have a map that I printed out for you.
Do I know this place? Can I look it up, or would I not know? Because you can always tell me.
Kata would be on the edge of the desert. It's one of the last towns before you enter towards the Prophet's Garden.
Oh, I see. That's good. It's pretty close.
So, his father was an orc from the mountains there.
I want to ask a lot, but I feel like she would get good at reading him and seeing if it would annoy him or not. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. And
Don't wanna...
he's more open with you than he has been with most people, but that's because you actually asked him about him. So, And people like talking about themselves.
It's true.
And now I'm gonna have to go back and watch the stream again to write
Nope.
down all the information
I'm
Claude
going
just
to
shared.
keep-
Yeah.
That's
Because it is now canon. All right. What? Anyone else would like to do?
Probably just make small talk all day.
I'm mostly thinking about the vision and praying and thinking.
Okay. All right. So this day passes, and you go ahead and set up for camp. Two of you will help set up with camp. So whoever would like to roll survival.
Not me.
Yeah.
Real close.
12.
I was gonna volunteer to
18.
go, like if hunting or something like that was on the agenda. That was gonna be what I was gonna volunteer with.
Okay.
12.
12. All right, and they rolled a 19 and 17, so camp is pretty well set up. It's still relatively warm, so the fires aren't huge, but 2 fires are set up in order to keep it a little spaced as far as camp goes.
Who's
But
lighting the fire?
who's lighting the fire?
You-
Gazmak can light the
Can
fire.
I see if I can help? Just kind of sneak in a little bit of like,
Sure.
well, no one's watching because I've never tried it before, but.
Yeah. Actually,
Sure.
here's you challenged Gazmak to a fire lighting contest.
Oh gosh.
Okay, wait, Gazmak. So you've lit these pastimes, right? And there's 2 now. So what if you did one and I did one?
I mean, okay.
Just because I need to study up on my technique.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But you know, it'll be a little.
Oh, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Ready?
All right.
How are we doing this?
You will roll spellcraft, and you will roll nature.
All right.
Okay.
Alright. You can go at the same time.
1, 2, 3.
16.
Plus your nature skill.
Oh, it's
Yeah, with
10
plus
plus
nature.
nature.
Okay.
15.
Yeah.
so Gazmak, you go ahead and produce flame, and it lights up, and it's good. But hers just has an extra little pizzazz to it,
Are there more sparks? Like,
and it's just, and then it creates a small butterfly of fire that comes out.
I couldn't even tell you how that happened. That.
Yeah, I saw that.
Gazmak's like, I'm the fire guy.
I'm gonna sort of like back away. This fire's kind of hot. Yeah.
Do you produce flame now? Flame now?
June crack.
Ah.
I never used it before, but that was pretty fun.
yeah.
This guy's back still staring. I'm gonna look over my shoulder.
No,
Okay.
I've walked away.
I'm gonna put that in the notes and be like, I think that hurt his feelings.
And as I walk away, my tail like puts a little dirt on her fire. Just kind of like puts a little dirt on there.
All right,
That's great.
Josh, you can join Gillen for a quick hunt.
Cool.
So Sanja tells you that there are a couple deer in the area, and that one of those should be nearby. So go ahead and roll survival.
Alrighty. 23.
23. All right. Yeah, you guys are able to track down the deer pretty quickly. And what weapon? You have your hand crossbow. All right. So he comes up with you, and let's see what weapon he has. And it's because you guys are stealthy, so you will get sneak attack damage on it as well.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were gonna have this roll stealth or survival.
So survival to find it. I'm going to say that you guys already have a natural amount of stealth, and you're attempting to be that way, so I'm not going to make you roll stealth for the sneaking up on the deer.
Cool beans.
I've reached my device limit. Please close me out of the other devices. All right, so Gillen has loading.
I'm not familiar with that weapon.
The loading weapon.
Clearly, he's a gunslinger.
Apparently.
He's got a longbow. And he is not very proficient with it. He would be much better just sneaking up and stabbing the sucker. Alright, so the two of you go ahead and he draws his longbow, you draw, and aim your hand crossbow. Go ahead and roll to hit.